franchise. Let's go to the land of Dawn.
Smash them.
And witness Game 2, ladies and gentlemen. Will Alter Ego force this series?
Welcome
And perhaps
to
we might see a Game
Legends.
3, or like Sheffin mentioned, we might see a clean 2-0 from NAVI.
Hey, I'm really hoping it's a clean 2-0 for a team who's gone 0-16 in the past. They did crack that record against BTR with the old lineup, but hey, that would be even better. You know, cracking the new lose streak that they just recently formed with the new lineup in a 2-0 fashion against a team who made it to the playoffs. Why the lineup rating is so high is because the synergy is off the charts. They have an Arlet and they've built for the Arlet. Everybody on the team except for the Harith can enable the Arlet, can get the reset for the Arlet. And despite the Hylos pick not really being too good, it's still pretty solid, especially in the early phase of the game. And what I mean by that is like mid-prio, fighting Ivan, it's still going to be great. You have so much more pressure. As long as you respect the Lancelot, you got to respect that. Emblem by GameSmax though, tenacity this time for Ook here. He knows it's not as free as it was in game number 1 when he had a Khalid, so he needs a bit more tenacity. He can't just be roaming around the map. He's going to take a whole lot more damage against the Eve as well. And that's why Opro has gone for the same thing. Tenacity and I believe Vitality he's gone for. So extra HP to survive against these heavy poke. Oh, on the shocker.
Wow.
That's a great engage there, but also a better disengage with the flicker. That's going to be the info though for NAVI. During turtle fight later on, perhaps the Juicy Cyrus, the Juicy Eve will be the main target.
Oh, Cars missed out on the vengeance there, but still survives or has a bit of HP to build up for the first turtle. But Andoryu is going to top here.
No Mountain
just
Chakra
helping
though.
out.
Yeah.
I think it's just helping out. I don't think he's going to go for a gank even. No Mountain Shocker. Turtle number 1.
See, here's Alter Ego controlling Mandoryu. No angle. That's going to be a free one for Alter Ego. Afro pops to revitalize. No connection. Real world manipulation will lock the horse down. That's going to be a kill for Alter Ego. Even though knocked up, that's going to be double kill for Cars. A great recovery. Though, neutral objective, they didn't win that one out. The Mountain Shocker did not connect.
Okay, Mirko, like who won at a time? I would say Navi, even though they don't really have something to convert right away after the team fight win.
Navi, they definitely won that trade. Again, they got 2 kills in favor of a kill and Turtle, but you also have to see that, you know, the kills have all gone to Cars, the guy that we were talking about that could be enabled in this game. So he got 2 kills, his laner got slayed, they got instant capitalization. You might not have seen it, but he got a few hits on the Gold Crab, and Nino has lost a few minions from that wave shove up top. So that grants Navi an even bigger lead, and I gotta say, brilliant by Navi. This is what I was expecting from Alter Ego in game 1. When they lost the turtle fight, just go for the team fight in general. Just leave the turtle. Go for something else. Navi look in sync. The calls are great. It's clean, and it's really playing to their strengths.
Yeah, so far though, not much going on since the first total fight. Only 400 gold lead for Alter Ego, so really can swing both ways. Oh, Cars and Nino.
To 2v1. The final slash was committed. That's a dash. Oh my goodness! Great cancellation by Cars to cancel the Phantom Execution. Though now it's a fair fight. It's a 2v2. The horse will be around just to hover. Seems like it will not end with blood taken down there top lane. The turtle though will be up in 10.
This is where it's going to be good for Navi. They'll have more ways to really deal with Alter Ego, especially considering, again, Cyrus technically needs to pop ult before the final slash comes around. Because if he gets caught in the final slash and any pops real world manipulation, it'll be tough. Cars already getting scouted. Alter Ego on the turtle.
On Shocker pops. Turtle taken down by Yazuke. Real world manipulation invested.
Wow.
That's a stun. Cyrus flickers out. Navi will find a kill onto Cyrus finally. Andoryu though, isolated and taken down. That's a taunt. Alter Ego now. A lot of damage taken. Yazuke finds the execution. But RP will be the main trade. Chive now still okay. No Shaman Force though, as Ivan will be in trouble. Cars finds a great juke, and that's gonna be Cars though still taken down by Yazuke. Yazuke! Oh, great read by Uki.
Wow.
The outplay in the mid lane, and Shive shuts Yazuke down.
I was gonna say that's a total win for Alter Ego. There was a great setup towards the total, but that's an extra movement coming in from Yazuki. And Nino, the 1v1 against Shive.
My goodness, Shive in the second game.
Oh.
This is not the land of dawn. This is Shive's playground.
It truly is Shiva's playground. Phenomenal stuff by Navi. Sheffield, I mean, you touched on it, and I'm just gonna go in deep with it. Yeah, it looked like an Alter Ego win. It was for sure an Alter Ego win up until the outplay from Uki. Showing his flash, Yazuke!
Gotta be careful. One more kill.
Oh.
Seems like the law and order was not enough to cover Shive, and Shive will be taken down.
Oh my lord. I mean, so much action, man. At this point, we can just let Gani solo cast and dip. They're just going at it. Unlike game number 1, it's not as clean for either one of these teams, but it's full of outplays. It really isn't, mistakes all around. Great move by RP. It's not a battle of blunders. It's more of a battle of just forced errors. RP!
Oh, very bold. That's the... Oh my goodness, Blazing Duet. It might be a mistake. That's RP's mistake right there. The miscalculation. He will be taken down, no compensation.
Okay, Mirko, you gotta stop mentioning Battle of Blunders and making it come true right now. The caster jinx.
That's completely my bad. I'll take the blame for that one. You know what? I'm just going to analyze. I'm not gonna, make statements anymore. Turtle number 3 though here. Alter Ego have gone every single one of it. Can Navi finally get their turtle on the board?
Be careful. Ivan now. Glorious Pathway committed already. Navi repositioning as well. Oh, that's a big final slash by Cars. 2-man reposition. And Cyrus and RP goes down. Now it's a 5v3. It's not a fair fight. Yazuki looks for an angle. That's a stun. Phantom execution in time there to get out.
Wow, great stuff coming in from Navi, especially Cars, man. This is why stop playing Uranus on this guy. This guy's is really good at a setup hero. This is the potential of Mr. Cars.
All my homies hate Cars on Uranus, dude. Like, he is just like what Dyron is to RRQ, right? He's the playmaker. You need to be aware of that. You need to put him on heroes that can make plays. Yazuke is going in, doing the same thing, dashing around as well. Doesn't really get much, though, out of that. He gets a green camp, and that's it. And yeah, Navi is really just banked on the fact that everybody could enable Cars. He didn't go for any more damage, unfortunately. I would like to see him go for a little bit more. Maybe a Sea Halberd or just finishing off the Fury Hammer, but this is the standard Arlet build. He's just still playing for the team. He knows that once he gets to the late game, he doesn't need to be the carry anymore. He can just rely on Endoryu, who's already gotten an Endless Battle, which is great. Pops in a Mountain Chakra for Vision, and cuts in the wave up top so that Shive, who's on a Feather of Heaven, very close to a Holy Crystal, can get a turret up top, traded for the one below.
Yeah, only 1k gold lead for Navi, though. But so far from the stuff that we're seeing, they're building up to a really good late game here. Cars, though, just assisting Shive to take down or maybe like some shots towards this turret. Can they do it? I don't think so, but that's a really solid hits coming in from Shive.
Dude, Alter Ego are getting out macroed hard. They're rotating way too slow, and they have no tempo on the map, despite having the better side wave clear composition. They have a Lancelot, a CC, and a Claude. This really shouldn't be happening to Alter Ego. Instead, it should actually be happening to Navi. They should be the ones splitting Navi up. So Alter Ego need to get that. Whoa, they're just diving in.
Lion AOG. That's going to be Alter Ego now. Repositioning. Navi looks for an opening. It's a real world manipulation already invested. So again, big ult. But then Mountain Chakra is not in Andoryu's hand. So top lane, though, not looking too good for Navi. Claude, will he show? Not yet. Taking his time here. There you go. That's going to be the clear top lane. Yazuki jumps in for forcing a fight. Cars, Vengeance. Oh, final slash onto Osiris. Flickers out of the way. Not enough damage. Yazuki looks for Ook here. Shaman Force pop. Cars now flickering out into the Shaman Force zone. Alter Ego with Nino. Seems like it's still 5 players standing from both sides here.
Man, I am just so happy seeing Navi playing some good MLBB. We've been waiting for this for years, man. This is finally
Another line AOG. That's a taunt though. The damage will be enough this time. Glorious Pathway just built the slow for Alter Ego. Now, let's see. It's gonna be Yazuke who gets the Lord in the mid though. The fight don't stop. Cars taken down by Arfi, but Yazuke will be taken down. It's a 2-for-1, but fortunately for Alter Ego, they will take the Lord.
Wow, almost there. Thankfully, Yazuki was there to make the outplay. That was super hard. 1v5ing pretty much against the whole Navi team, but can they actually convert with the Lord here?
Doesn't look like they'll be able to convert on much, but can they convert? Yes, I think the mid-tier 1 should fall here. Unless Navi do an extremely good job of really manipulating the waves. They might actually let the Holy Shield get cracked there. They don't really have the best of wave clears when it's outside of the base, so... Okay, no, they're just gonna go on it. Yeah, they're gonna sacrifice tier 1. I thought maybe they would let it go to Holy Shield to defend tier 1 mid, but that would be a bit too weird. So they go for the clear up top, leaving the tier 1 mid alone, and it's gonna be the tier 2 mid attacked, but I think that's it. I think that's all Alter Ego can really get.
Okay, now much better game here for Alter Ego. They're actually up in economy. Let's see though, the players gold by Sympathy. Shive has been actually leading the gold from all the players, but so far have we seen like crazy Shive play so far? It feels like a quiet game, even though he has like 5-1-3 KDA.
That's that mid game, right? Where Shive was able to find the connection. Seems like the tone has gone down here a bit for Navi.
Oh, Conceal.
Might be wrong. The Conceal, the Glorious Pathway, and the Mountain Shocker was invested for that attempt. And Navi didn't come to fruition now. Great response though, great spacing there from Alter Ego.
Yeah, and it's not bad at all for Navi. Yes, they did use their resources there. They will lose tier 2 bottom, but that was going to be a tier 2 taken anyways. And the timing of when they utilized the ultimate was pretty good. Why? Because the Lord wasn't up for another 70 seconds, so they could still afford to utilize some of those resources, and if they didn't get a catch, they could just back away. Great read by Alter Ego, yes, to avoid a possible pickoff, but also good timing for Navi to look for that moment. And now, it's up to Alter Ego. Yazuki's got to be careful there. He can't just invade randomly, especially with cars lurking in who can follow through those punctures. Alter Ego should have the advantage coming into the next Lord because of the fact that they have a better composition to deal with the side lanes. Claude can go up top. Now Winter Crown also already done for Arfi. It's Yazuka who actually takes it with the Retribution, and Doryu hesitant on that one. Didn't want to burn the Retri on purple.
Yeah, and we have a game fact here from Gopei. Yi Sun-Shin become the most picked hero for Andoryu at MSC 2025 with 6 picks and a 100% win rate. Good stuff coming in. I gotta say, I didn't expect the 100% because it feels like, you know, I don't know.
Let's see.
Definitely weird.
Definitely weird. It's a 5v5. Mountain Shocker pops. Andoryu finds his son on towards Cyrus! Eliminated instantly. That's going to be a 5v4. Here now with the Crimson Beacon to get out of the way. Andoryu versus Azuki with the help of Fukir. Azuki claims the double. Now Alter Ego with just 2 members out. That's going to be Ivan isolated and taken down. Azuki finds the triple. This is again just Navi finding the right buttons to push, and they will take the Lord.
Again, amazing, man. And what I really like about the fights that Navi has been taking so far, the first objective has always been Cyrus. And that is why he's not having a really good game right now. 0-4-3 on the KDA, Mirko. It's Cars. It's pretty much the whole team knowing the win condition of a team fight.
It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful for Navi, man. Something that, again, you wouldn't hear us saying about Navi last season. Or even back in the Rebellion days, you wouldn't really hear beautifully done domination and clean gameplay. You would hear, yeah, a lot of glimpses of brilliance for their team fights, for their pickoffs back in the day. But now they're looking clean. They really understand how to utilize their composition, and it's a beauty to witness, man. Finally, an MPL ID, a team that understands exactly how to utilize these picks. Don't go for the early turtles, go for the next few ones, and then the Glorious Pathway set right into the basically sending the cavalry to break the formation of Alter Ego. And now they're gonna go for the siege up top of the Conceal.
Real word inflation though will zone members of Navi. That's gonna be final slash landing on towards Nino. The great two-man stun. Nino goes down. Ivan AOG towards the back. Cars taking too much damage there towards the turret, but that's gonna be the base turret top taken down. Navi now taking it slow. They know they are a man down as well, so they will not force anything rash here. Alter Ego slowly but surely here in the jungles of their side. Andoryu versus Yazuke there in that purple. Very low. Almost taken down there, but is able to distance himself. That's going to be Ivan stunned. Nothing more. It's a 1-for-1, but Navi collects the structure top.
And there you go, the discipline to just go back and try to regroup for another engage, another invade, or maybe a siege towards the bottom turrets here. RP, I don't think he's going to be able to defend this one. That's another mid-tier for Navi. And I just realized, Miracle, that damage from Andoryu towards Yazuke, that's a Yi Sun-shin that only racked up 1 kill throughout 16 minutes.
Yeah, that's what having an enabled Arlet and a Sky Piercer Juicin does to you as a Yi Sun-shin, man. You're not going to get a lot of kills, but you are still going to do a whole lot of damage. So at least on that front, you're fine. Would love to take a look at the items right now with Andoryu getting that ridiculous 1-1-13 kind of roamer stat. Yeah, they're really just controlling the map. The tempo around the map is fully on Navi. Despite Alter Ego's pretty good composition to deal with side lanes, they can't deal with it too far away from their base turrets. So these lanes that are effectively frozen, they're untouched. Alter Ego cannot get close to them, and Navi are really just suffocating Alter Ego at this point, with the real-time victory rate being pretty accurate, in my opinion. 83% to 17%. Alter Ego really needed to have the advantage on turrets at this point of the game for them to actually have a chance to beat Navi, because, again, their win condition as of right now is to split Navi up, break that formation, and to split them up with split pushes. That is not easy to do with the slow pushes constantly built for Navi and their decisiveness even. Look at that.
Final slash. Oh my goodness, Ivan!
man.
The chain crowd control was just too much. Glorious Pathway perfectly put. That's going to be Afro though, taken down. That's the winner crown. RP in trouble. Tars looking to close the gap and will seal the deal. Cyrus finds a kill. That's an immortality bot by Andoryu. Will not be enough to survive though, as that Cyrus.
Cars.
No flicker, and Cars collects the double. It's action between Arlet and Lancelot. Both got a double. 3 members from respective teams will go down.
Oh man, that was a good damage control from Yazuke. It was chased down by 2 people, but still gets Ukir at the end of the day. This has been quite an interesting team fight there. I'm not sure how did Navi end up on an equal trade here. Miracle, can you break it down even further that time?
Yeah, Navi definitely had the advantage in the bottom lane. Again, having the force error, forcing Alter Ego to brute force their way in, and that's what caused Ivan to get picked off early. And that's what also caused Navi to get provocated and to just go in, to get provoked and just to go in randomly, instead of just utilizing what they've already got fundamentally, which is that wave in the bottom lane and an Ivan pickoff. They went in, played into Alter Ego's box, and you gotta understand that even though Alter Ego hasn't really been able to win out a lot of team fights, when certain conditions are met, like let's say Navi get caught in a very strange choke point where all the AoE of Alter Ego can come in, they're still very, they have a very winnable composition when that happens. So Navi's got to play it way more clean, man. They can't just be letting these small advantages go. They have to still play with it. The bottom lane is now actually building for Alter Ego, I believe. So that's why Andoryu is going to be sent down below to build it back for Navi.
Oh, that's a huge item there from Cyrus. Finally, he's not going to be able to take a beating if he popped the Winter Crown at the right time, because so far he is the main target of Navi before every team fight. And now back to the Lord Dance here. Again, as you mentioned, Miracle, now it's still building up for Alter Ego, or...
Yeah, that's a strange one. I think it might actually be good for Alter Ego, so that's why they're holding on to an AOG.
Blind AOG. Shaman Force spot. Glorious Pathway again, perfectly put. Ivan revitalized. No AOG, isolated. That's a 3-man stun by Andoryu. What an opening. Blazing Duet towards his safety. That's going to be Cars taken down. It's a 1-4-2 still. Alter Ego, though, they will go back. Chive looking for a kill. Has the Shaman Force.
Oh my god!
That's the burst damage that the Hereth can provide. Down goes Yazuke.
What was that damage from a single Chrono Dash from the Harith?
That's a late game Harith for you, Sheffin. Now they're gonna go for the Siege instead of the Lord.
No Blazing Duets or Arfi. Let's say Afro finds the law and order. Ladies and gentlemen, Navi has done it. Navi has made the Land of Dawn their playground.
Oh man, I'm already wondering like what's the ceiling of the team. You know, I know that Alter Ego didn't really play the best Mobile Legends in that match, but Navi, this is a huge improvement from what we've seen even in the win against Bigatron, Miracle.
For sure. Great moves by Navi. I'm thinking the same thing right now. I'm wondering about the same thing. And I gotta give props to Ukir, man. If game 1 was an Andoryu show, I think game 2 was proper Ukir. The fact that he was able to not only be the guy to enable a lot of these plays to happen with the Jusin, but the fact that he's always there to pop the Skypiercer, to be the assassin later on as well. You saw him just dive in deep into enemy territory.